we're doing history.
You might want to go up to
Remember what I asked you
can
about
see her
being
doing it.
quiet so we can hear this? Because remember, you got to watch it tonight for the dance off tomorrow.
standing up.
Okay. Like I said, I didn't come as any one particular person. I've already dressed as a woman. We talked about what they wore. And you'll notice that the men's dress actually a little fancy, I would say, than the women did. First of all, ruffles in colonial America are considered to be very masculine. So as you can see, the ruffles that I'm wearing, people would think I look very masculine. And actually, of course, I'm about to go to a ball, so I wore my night wig because men during this time period wear the wigs, not the women. Men are actually more vain than the women are during this time period.
Well, don't they have real hair?
And now I'm going to demonstrate the minuet and watch it and try and learn it with us, and then we're all going to do it together. So, first of all, something you need to know during this time period. Andre, go face me, please. Take the purse off, please. You've come to the ball. You're here to socialize. Thank you. Hello, ma'am. Okay, now during the colonial period, women curtsy. To curtsy, you put your heels together, toes out, and hands like this. Thank you. And head to the left, your other left. And you do this. Thank you. So that's curtsy. That's a curtsy. Now, the men, on the other hand, they will bow. They will first put their best foot forward. By the way, you know that saying, put your best foot forward? That comes from this time period because, as I was saying, men were much more interested in their looks than women. And whenever they had a portrait done, well, you've probably noticed in portraits from that time period, a typical stance would be like this with one foot forward. Well, the way that a man kind of advertised himself to the woman that he was interested in was by...
How you doing?
No. Believe it or not, no. That's just showing years later. But, no, he actually put his best foot forward and tried to show off his thigh muscle. Because that was considered... Well, now look at all the clothes they wear, first of all. He couldn't really show off his chest.
Part of the band.
He couldn't show off his chest because he's all covered up. But if he had good thighs, that meant he came from a wealthy family. Because if you think about it, riding horses consistently would build up the thigh muscles. And only if you're rich are you going to have enough time to ride horses for leisure. So now if you were just, say, genetically predisposed to not having great thigh muscles, you know what you could do? You could go down to the hardware store or the general store and buy yourself a falsie. It was a little false thigh that you would just slide right into your stocking to kind of make your thigh a little beefier. That's how they knew it.
So you had to have beefy thighs.
So anyway, so for the bend to bow, you would put your best foot forward, point your toe outward, and then you kind of sit back into the bow and kind of flay your hands. Like so man, that's what you will be doing. Now, to dance the minuet, actually we're going to need a little bit more room. We mind you moving just those 4 desks that way. No, this is planned.
Does it have to be a partner in our group? Like our group table?
You're all going to have a partner, so now everybody sit down and get still.
But we don't have to be a
But we're going to demonstrate first. So first of all, we start off next to each other. Of course. And you will curtsy and I will bow. Very good. And Moto is not working right now, so we don't have the music on this phone. And we'll go along. It's hard for me to remember the music. We'll do the best we can. So, first of all, first of all, we bow, and now you're going to move.
Keep going.
Okay. Believe it or not, we are videotaping it for Edmodo because their homework is to watch it for a dance off. So, just out of curiosity, how do you know we were
Miss Moore plays a lot.
in here?
I know everything.
She does. She's scaring me. She knows everything.
Oh,
Now, remember what I said about being quiet so that you can watch this later? We have a dance off tomorrow. A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. Okay, now, you will take my hand. Actually, you will, yes, I have my hand like that. And then watch this. Your hand goes over, and then you face forward. And you want your hand nicely, daintily looking like this. And men, you do this too. You're kind of pretending that you're laying your hand gently on the head of a small child. Okay? And now we're going to take 4 steps forward. And we start and face each other.
Is this sort of like a waltz, like 1, 2? This is hilarious.
Do the same thing. And now we back. And now we do the same thing again. And yes, it does get even more exciting. 4. And at this point, we face each other and we bow. Now at this point, I raise your hand here, and you drop it, but you keep your hand there. And then I actually take this hand and turn you in this direction just a wee bit, and let go of your hand, but now you keep your hands like this, and when I let go, you just kind of flutter them down like a bird. You're that gentle. Now you switch, and I walk around to that sheet. And now it's as though we are standing on an imaginary box, and we are facing each other across the diagonal. And I'm going to take 4 steps to you, and you will take 4 steps to me, and we will follow along as best we can in this cramped space. The 2 sides of the rectangle that we're going to do. And as we do it, we will turn our bodies. And the important thing is, we must look at each other the whole time. You ready?
Nice.
And then you stay so while I come down. And first, we bow. And then we turn to the crowd, and we bow again. And that is the minuet.
Would you get laughed at if you missed that?
And you can stop filming it. But actually,
Okay.
yeah,